Chet Helms and Bill Graham came from two completely different worlds and sensibilities. Bill was all business, Chet was all hippie.
The Bay Area needed a world-class promoter to bring order to the local music business. It got two. First on the scene was Chet Helms, a free spirit who came to the Haight-Ashbury by way of Texas in 1962. He took an interest in the folk and blues musicians in the neighborhood and helped secure a large basement where groups could practice. When the basement started drawing crowds, Helms started charging 50 cents a head. The Haight-Ashbury had its first impresario. Helms' competition almost didn't live to see San Francisco. Wolf Volodya Grayonka was a boy in Berlin when Adolf Hitler came to power. His family got him out of Europe just ahead of the Nazis. His mother and one of his sisters died in the Holocaust. Grayonka landed in the Bronx, where he changed his name to Bill Graham because it sounded American. Graham moved to San Francisco in 1966.
His first job out here was as the business manager for the mime troupe, which led to the mime troupe being busted for obscenity in Lafayette Park during one of their shows, and Bill beginning to do a couple of shows at a place called the Fillmore to raise money for the mime troupe to get him out of jail.
Graham and Helms worked together, and then as agreeable competitors. Helms ran the Avalon Ballroom. Graham took over the Fillmore Auditorium. Helms came up with light shows and the idea of promoting concerts with psychedelic posters done by local artists. Graham's genius was in pairing San Francisco bands with more established and polished musicians.
Bill Graham was the one who said, if you want to hear the Grateful Dead, you're going to have to hear Miles Davis first. If you want to hear 10 Years After, you got to hear Buddy Rich. If you want to hear Santana, you got to hear Roland Kirk, and so on.
Helms and Graham encouraged artists, opened new venues, and built the Bay Area into a major destination for musicians and fans. When the counterculture spirit faded, Chet Helms moved on. That left the Bay Area market to one big promoter, and Bill Graham had a plan.
Bill used everything from charm and cajoling to intimidating and bullying. Any tool that he thought he might apply to get what he wanted, he would.
And in the 1970s, Bill Graham concerts got big. Very big.
That was a big cultural event in its era, the Day on the Green series. And that was an innovation driven by Bill Graham. I mean, he not only figured out that you could map out a baseball park for a decent concert, but he developed audio technology that actually made it listenable and pioneered a whole sort of new playing field for music concerts.
These big festivals all throughout Europe are nothing more than Bill Graham-inspired rock festivals, you know.
As the 60s ended, another wave of Bay Area bands was ready to take over. Among them, a guitar player who started in strip clubs, took center stage at Woodstock, and has held the spotlight ever since.
People need water, people need food, people need sex, and people need music.
Bay Area Revelation